Hey everyone, over the last few streams I've gotten quite a few questions about what my Pierce setup is for farming HR7 rampages and some of the more difficult quests in the game, such as the funnel boss, so I figured it'd be best to go over it in a video. Welcome to the first Monster Hunter Rise build bite, and let's get into the setup. This build is focused primarily around rapid fire Pierce 2s using the Night Owl Light Boga, which can be attained by fully upgrading the Nargacuga line. For the ramp up, I've chosen to go with the Attack Boost 3 modifier, but Affinity might be better in the long run depending on what decorations you're using, and so I'll be doing some more testing over the next few days to really narrow that down. For my helmet, I've chosen to go with the Rhenoplos S Helm. This is pretty much the go-to Pierce piece, as it has 2 points in Pierce on it by itself. This helm is basically best in the slot until you can find a rather ridiculous charm, and so there's really not a reason to not use it. For the slot, I've added in a point in recoil down to be one of our 3 points in that. For chests, you've got a couple options here. The most budget option is going to be the Wroggi Mail S, as shown here. This piece gives a point in rapid fire up, which isn't nearly as much damage as a 3rd point in Pierce up, but it's very easily accessible, as you can farm Great Wroggi the moment you get into high rank. From there, I recommend upgrading into the Shell-Studded Vest S. This is a wonderful piece. Let's go and put it on now. What this will do is it will swap out that point in rapid fire up for a point in Pierce 2, giving you the 3rd point there. It's also got 2 level 1 slots, which make it a very easy piece to slot in 2 points of reload speed. Now this piece, if you don't know where to get it, you can actually craft it by using what's called an item called a Dream Shell. This is obtained with, as a bonus item when farming honey using the Argosy. It's a solid piece, about 5% damage over the other piece, and I recommend getting it as soon as you can. For Vamp Braces, I run the Wroggi Vambraces S. These gloves have a point in ammo up, as well as an additional level 3 socket, allowing you to gem in a capacity Jewel 3 for that 2nd point ammo up. Since this build focuses on Pierce 2s and not Pierce 3s, we only need 2 points in ammo up to get an extra bullet in our clip, bringing us from 4 bullets to 5 bullets, which is a pretty massive DPS increase over the course of an entire hunt. For the waist, I recommend using either the Wroggi Elytra S or the Spio Elytra S. These actually are the the piece. The name just varies based on which body type you chose when creating your character. And you can craft these using a Toxic Kumori, which is obtained as a bonus reward while farming any herb with the Argosy. They come with 2 points in weakness exploits and are pretty much best in slot for most crit sets, at least from my research so far, along with our legs of choice, the Golden Hakama. These Rajong legs are pretty beastly, coming with 2 points in crit boost, 1 point in latent power, and 2 level 1 sockets that we can fill with Absorbable Jewel 1s to get 2 points in recoil down. These pants are crazy efficient for what we use them for, and will likely only get swapped out once we start getting more ridiculous charms, or Capcom releases some more crit boost pieces in a future patch. As for the charm, I personally run a Weakness Exploit 1 charm with a single level 2 socket, though this is far from optimal for this build. Ideally, I'd like to run a Rapid Fire Up 2 charm with the same socket to stack another multiplier onto the build. That charm is significantly rarer than this one, though, so I'm just going to be using this for the time being, making the Weakness Exploit 1 here a really good budget option while you farm up better charms. Overall, this setup is going to net you Witness Exploit 3, Pierce 3, Recoil down 3, Crit Boost 2, Ammo up 2, Reload Speed 2, Critical Eye 1, which is socketed into our weapon, Latent Power 1, Normal Rapid Up 1, which doesn't matter for the build, Evade Extender 1, and Stun Resistance, which is kind of okay if it happens to proc. It's a solid set, and you can actually, the reason I've got that Evade Extender on there is because I use the Quick Step Dodge switch skill. I almost forgot what it was called there for a second, which allows me to get some extra distance there, making it a lot easier to step around the battlefield. Now this is entirely preference, and you can actually hit 100% crit, which is quite a bit more damage by swapping that Evade Extender deco, which is currently in my charm, for a Critical Eye 1 deco that'll bring you up to 100% affinity without needing to worry about latent power activating. As with any build, this setup will work if you're lacking some of the pieces, but you will see this in a pretty significant damage loss, so keep that in mind. Do a little bit of testing here to kind of show it off real quick as we bombard. We want to make sure we're getting critical distance. The set does not run some of the critical distance changing skills. Almost forgot the word there. Holy shit. This doesn't run any of those kind of skills, so make sure that you are setting your critical distance for maximum damage. It does a lot of damage per hit, and you can very easily chain monsters down, especially when you're fighting ones with good weak points like the final boss, or like some of those larger monsters during the rampage. That being said, guys, if you enjoyed the build, feel free to leave a like and share it with your friends. As always, the TLDR for this build will be in the description, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll be posting more of these short build videos as I get time, and once I get some better charms, I'll be doing some optimized updates as well. That said, thank you so much for watching, and this is Gravion, signing out.